Jack and Jill, WNUR 89.3. Well, yeah, this is where she would normally come in, but she has a lollipop, and lollipops make her happy and less talkative, apparently. This is Jack and Jill, WNUR 89.3.
Jack and Jill.
Yes. So, Jill, since we weren't on last week, I did want to ask you something, and this is going back, and we might touch into the inner dungeons of this woman's mind, which is a scary thought, and yet enticing to think of. I was going to ask you what. I was going to ask you what's your most fond memory of July 4th? Could be a place, a particular year. What's your most fond memory? I'll tell you mine.
I don't know. Tell me yours first.
Sure.
Mine's going to take some thought.
Oh, wow. Mine was when I was 12. I had this afro.
And you set it on fire with a firecracker?
Ooh, I had, no, you sadly mistaken my afro. See, I didn't have good hair. I had
which would make it more flammable, right?
No, my hair fight
flammable.
back. You put some flammable stuff in my hair throw it off. It'll chew it up and spit it out. Seriously, it was bad. It looked like I had a little fist on the top of my head.
You're going to have a fist on the top of your head right now if you don't
really
get to the point of this story.
Oh, no, man, my afro was bad. Water bead off it. Seriously.
So why was that your favorite 4th of July?
Because I just remember I was on the beach and I was listening. I was back in Florida and I was listening to the music. I remember I had this big nappy afro and sand got in it. And when I would run, the sand would shake loose and get in my eyes. So I couldn't run real far because when I got sand in my afro, it would shake out into my eyes. You ever had that problem? I thought so. So really. So that was my most favorite just time. I just remember running around. I had big feet. I was knocking stuff over too when I was running on the beach. I got chased by a couple dogs. I was really bad. It was kind of traumatic.
How did this end up being your favorite?
I was
sand in your eye, a really nappy afro, feet kicking stuff over.
I didn't forget.
I'm trying to understand why it's your favorite.
I didn't forget it, right?
Because none of that sounds like a favorite kind of an event.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome, and I just remember the music, and I remember the day was dimly lit. Is that possible? Would you remember the day it was sunshiny, but it was dimly lit, kind of? It's it was ambient lighting. I remember that maybe that's just the dream part of this. I don't know. But it was really, really cool. And that was my favorite year. That was my favorite 4th of July. Seriously. It involved a nappy afro, but nevertheless, I digress. So tell me, what was yours?
Okay, but what was the fun part? I'm trying to understand where the fun came in.
I was running around. I was running around with sand in my eyes because the sand was shaking out my afro and blowing in my eyes. I was hilarious.
What's fun about that?
That was the bomb. That was it. So what's yours?
I don't really think I have one. I mean, generally, if there's, some sort of holiday going on, I spend it with my family. And so anytime I spend with my family is always going to be important and special for me.
Huh?
Okay, so because I'm not telling some ridiculous story about sand being in my afro, I never even had an afro. Now you're going to fall asleep on my story?
You are the tube sock really? Lady. Come on. You mean that's the best you're going to do?
What is it with you and this freaky tube sock
That's
obsession?
what I've been trying to ask you. Why?
What is wrong with you? What is with these freaking tube socks?
So anyway, here on Jack and Jill, WNUR 89.3.